The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer. To grow, you must suffer. Some people will get it, and some people won't. You have to live in it, those things. You have to suffer, you have to live in it, you have to be comfortable in it. Because when you're not doing anything, you feel like shit. And that's just part of being a human being. We can pretend that we're something other than what we really are. It takes more effort to start. It takes more effort to start in the beginning. And more people are right about the fact that they're like, hey, you're not gonna hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And at 6 months, you're also not going to hit it big yet. And they're gonna be like, I'm still right. And at a year, you're still not gonna have hit it big. And they'll still be right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're gonna feel like they were right. But they're wrong, because they're measuring in days and you're measuring in decades. You stay in your comfort zone. That's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. We need adversity. We need difficulty. We need struggle. You need a weight to carry. And if you don't have any of this, you do not get your character tested. You do not advance in your own perception of who you are in this world and how you engage with all the other people around you. Is it worth it? To see that guy who immersed himself in hell, and he thought about quitting and leaving, and his wife and his kids, he questioned, why am I here? Is it worth it? All this crazy shit, and he still stood, and he found a way to get through it. So basically, that's the bottom line of it all. We all want to read about how we can quickly get somewhere. That's why there's 6-minute abs and all sorts of shortcuts. You may get some results from it, but they're not permanent. Life was perfect. Life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training ground for you to go where you need to go. And that's how I start looking at my life. I didn't get here doing everything that I love. I did a fuckload of shit I hate, and I did it for a very long period of time, and I did not have anyone to root me on. In fact, I had many people who were actively trying to destroy my path and tell me why it was a terrible idea. You have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your brain. So when that hard time comes again, you don't forget it. Losing is important. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way. That's important. Because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong. And you improve. And then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better. Ordinary is cool. If you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go about your business. If you think ordinary is cool, ain't no problem. There are some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra. You put extra on top of ordinary, and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. You have to decide if you're willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. There are 24 hours in a day. You cannot be asleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in that and wake up at 8 in the morning. It's 11 on the East Coast. The stock market's been open 2 hours. They're already making decisions about your life, and your ass was asleep. I've had a ton of bad breaks, but you know what I did? I stayed up. I thought through it. I figured out what the fuck I did wrong, and then I went back. It's like I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it, and I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody has, but you got to realize when you have those shitty breaks, what that is. It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just little challenges. People don't get it. There's great joy in the grind, great joy in the suffering. It totally cleanses your body out, man. If any kind of hate makes you grow up, and I realized life isn't fair. It's not fair. And you better figure out some tools and some ways to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Because no one is coming to rescue you. No one feels sorry for you. There is so much opportunity on the other side of being willing to persist for an extended period of time on the correct path without getting positive reinforcement from your environment. And the longer you can stick with something without that positive feedback loop in terms of the big external thing, the easier the opportunities are, because so few people can pursue them. Difficult things make regular life less difficult, and that sounds so simplistic, but particularly physically difficult things